Welcome to Shaving Down Under. I'm Doug. It is Friday afternoon. Had a bit of an interesting morning so far, and there's something happening behind the scenes. Can't tell you much about it just yet, but yeah, should be interesting. So today we are going to shave with a shave soap from Russia. So it comes in this cup, jar, mug. So that's the soap there, and it's hard. So I went to look up, I bought this from Etsy, and I went online just then to look up, get some more details about it, but they're not selling anything at the moment, the shop. And well, they've done plenty of sales, like over 300 odd sales, 4.5 stars, but they just got nothing for sale at the moment. So that's a bit interesting. So this is a real heavy jar, whatever you like to call it, cup. It's got something written on there, probably the person who made it. So this should be interesting. I'm either going to be bailing out soon afterwards, or it's going to do the job. We're rolling with a Teton Shaves brush. Big handle on this, bigger than average. Love the stones in there. I think that's a really good look. Sounds like I can hear a mosque or something in the background. I know there is one sort of makeshift one around here somewhere. Dude having a bit of a sing. And we'll finish, if there's anything left in this, with the Chanel Allure aftershave lotion. And today we're going to keep with the Lord theme. So Lord Extra. Have never used these before. So I've loaded one up in the old trusty, and we'll find out what that's all about. Okay peeps, I'm going to get ready. Okay. So I've got a pretty good lather going. I was quite surprised. I was very sceptical, to be honest with you. So it lathered up real easy. We don't need this much on the brush. Now the scent is nothing special. Just smells like one of those real old school hard soaps that were just scentless. Now I don't know if this is tallow, I suspect not. I think it's a, I don't know if it's a vegan or not, but it's, yeah, look, this is just going to be an average soap. It's one of those soaps that's going to disappear on my face. Yep, I can see it. Disappointing, people. Disappointing. Well, let's go in here with the Lord Extra. So I shaved again during the week with the Merker. And once again, it was a good result. Really happy with it. A bit high today. I've got shoes on. Usually I'm barefooted when I do this shave. And I've got 3 good shaves with the Lord Classic blade. So personally, I I recommend them though. You know, 3 excellent shaves. I think I had 1 nick. Can't argue with that. Look at this soap, it's just disappearing. So what I'll do with this soap is I'll wash it out of here, and then my partner, she can use that as a pop plant. Look at that, it's almost all gone on my neck. What a disappointing soap this is. Well, let's just get it out of the way. You know what? I might just finish the first pass with this. And we'll get a soap that cranks. We'll get a soap that's full rock and roll. None of this soft pop rush. Like, I'm led to believe that the old straight razor enthusiast doesn't mind a soap that isn't too thick. But this is ridiculous. This is just hand soap poured into a nice mug. Cup. Alright people, just hang about and I'll make a new selection. Okay, we're back. This is out the door. This will become part of the garden. And gentleman's nod to the rescue. This is the 01, the George Washington. Cedarwood tobacco and cherry. And it's tallow, and I don't think we're going to go wrong at all. Look at that. That's banging, people. Oh. Straight away, you can feel the difference in the soap. If I was a blind man, I'd know. You can feel the difference in the soap. The next thing is, I'm just hit with this beautiful scent. That other one was like a large soap, you know, just something, some old dear back in the day would have used to clean her husband's greasy, dirty shirts with. Disappointing. But we're back on track. We are well back on track. So far, one pass, all right. This is usually the deciding round for a blade, I believe. This is the round where going against the grain is the hard yards for a blade. And it's either got what it takes or it doesn't. It's chatting with the sales rep. Shop story. Chatting with a sales rep the other day. Young bloke in his late 20s. Good looking rooster. And he was telling me when he was 19 he became a male stripper. And he did that, I think he said he did it for about 5 or 6 years. And he said when he first started, like on a Saturday night, he'd make over 1,200 Aussie dollars. So that's about 1,000 USD for a night's work, you know, a few hours work. So I think he said back then there weren't many people doing the male stripper. Hang on a sec. So he said when he first started, he was just a nice guy, knocked back a lot of the propositions he got from the women. Especially the bride to be on a hen's night. But he said after about 6 months, he stopped knocking it back, started going for it. And in his estimate, he reckons 1 out of every 10 hen show that he stripped, he ended up having sex with the bride-to-be. They wanted to have sex with him, so he just did it. And he told me of one show he did at some, I don't know where it was, but the hen's night and the buck's night were right next door. They were separated by a door, a wall and a door. Anyway, he's doing his act with the bride in front of all the hens night crowd, all the women. And he said he's just grinding away on this woman's lap or whatever, you know. And the door bursts open, and it's the groom-to-be, and he is cutting sick. "Oh, I thought you said you weren't having any male strippers, rah." Starts going nuts, abusing his bride-to-be. And then all the women in the hens party turn on him, and they start bashing him. Bashing the groom-to-be. And this guy, he said he was stunned. He's just standing there, like, you know, the fella's naked, or he's probably just got a G on or something like that. Pretty vulnerable, you know. And all these women have jumped this guy and are bashing him. And he reckons one of the women said, just screamed at him, something like, oh, I can't say all the words. She said, "I knew you were effing useless. See you next Tuesday. You're useless." You know, blah, blah, blah. And I think he said another woman turned to the bride-to-be and said, you're fucking mad if you're marrying this guy. Can you imagine that? That's nuts. So he kept a bit of a diary, I think. Because I said to him, "Man, you should write a book about all this." And he goes, "Yeah, I've kept everything. I've kept notes on it all over my time." And that's what he wants to do at some stage. Because if you've ever witnessed a male stripper in front of a female crowd, and I have when I was a younger bloke, the women go nuts. Absolutely nuts. Like he said, you know, if you're a fella and you go see a chick strip, she gets around the crowd and she rubs up against you, she's naked. If you just grab her on the butt or whatever, put your arm around her or something, you know, you'll get a stern warning and a bouncer will be in your face. But he said hen shows, he couldn't even walk through the crowd and he's just getting groped and attacked. Which reminded me of the time when I did see one of these shows. And this was like 30 years ago out in the northern suburbs of Adelaide, which are traditionally a pretty rough sort of suburbs. I'll name the hotel, the Smithfield Hotel, and the odd Adelaide person watching this will go, this will be a good story. And that's where I saw this dude come out with a cowboy hat and a G-string. Oh, they went mad, the women. Mad. And he was no George Clooney. No way. Anyway, there was also a female stripper on, and I don't know how they did this. I can't remember. A long time ago, there was a lot of drink involved, and a female stripper come on. And I remember one during her act, she's got like this big container, you know, squeezy bottle of like baby oil. And she just goes right on her chest, like between her boobs, a ton of oil. And there's this idiot standing next to her, and he just sort of grabs her, whacks his face between her boobs like he's going to motorboat her, and takes a big lick. And I'm like, and then, because he thinks he's being cool until he realises he's got this huge mouthful of baby oil. What an idiot. Oh, you had to be there. My brother's band was playing, that's why I was there. And I might have been doing the lights, I think. The stage lights. They had this room out the back to chill out in between sets, and I think they could stay there after the gig. Because most of the band were way down south, you know. Although, this is 30 years ago, I'm not really sure what the drink driving laws were back then either. They had these two women hanging out with them in this room afterwards. Rough as guts. Entertaining, but just rough. Yeah, it was an eye-opener. Trust me. I was a good boy from a good suburb. That's out of the way. So a very good shave. BBS, it was really nice shave. Pity about the first soap, but you're not going to go wrong with this soap. And you should do yourself a favour and buy it if you don't have it, because this is great. Especially if you like a cedarwood tobacco type mix. What was the other? Cherry. Beautiful blend. Of course, George Washington, you've got to have the cherry in there. This blade, what can I say? This is a good blade. This is as good as the classic. For all we know, it's probably the same blade, different box. But very nice shave with no issues. So all I can do is just recommend this blade. It might be good for you. It definitely is good for me. Just pop that away. And here we have it. So we were going to go with this one, but we're gone with 01 or 01, whichever you like. And we'll stick with it. Let's see how we go. Got that much there. Just enough, I think. Smells delightful. Beautiful. Slightly oil finish, but not much. Just a great way to finish a shave. Okay. I'll leave it at that. I hope you enjoy your weekend. I'm definitely going to make the most of it. Yes, that's what I forgot to tell you. The display cases are in. I'm going down there tomorrow to pick them up. So it's going to be a big weekend. Setting those things up, moving stuff around. Very big. So I'm looking forward to that. Comes in a dark colour and there's a beige, and I showed my partner and she was like, get the beige, get the beige. They don't sell the beige coloured one in South Australia. What's going on, IKEA? Just get the lot here. You're selling it everywhere else around Australia. So I might go there and go, oh, look, can you get this in without it costing extra? See what happens. Okay, people, I'll let you know how I go with the display cases on Monday. No idea what I'm doing Monday. It might be another Old Spice, because I've got a tube of the classic cream, which I wouldn't mind trying out. I reckon that'll be what I'll do. Yeah, I'm 99% certain, not 100, 99. Okay, people, enjoy your weekend. I hope you have a great time. The Seagulls are on Saturday night in SA at 12:30 a.m. But I'll be there at the casino with my fellow Seagull supporters. We're up against Norwich. On paper, it should be a win, but it is English football and anything can happen. Anything. Okay, people, enjoy your weekend, as I said, and we'll catch up with you on Monday. Take care. Ciao for now.